welcome back. I missed you guys so much. I missed filming. I seriously wanted to film so bad. I have so much to talk to you guys about. This video is going to be a long chit chat video. This video is, you know, that's why my channel is called Life with Jackie. It's not just going to be about makeup. It's not going to be just about, you know, fashion and you know, it's going to be about everything. It's going to be about kids and stuff like that. And right now I'm going to talk to you guys about my experience, what has been going on in my life. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Insta story, you guys have an idea of what's been going on with me, and the reason why I was like on a mini vacay, although it was not a vacay whatsoever. It was more like ER visits twice in 1 week. The week before Halloween, I woke up one morning with a horrible abdominal pain. I didn't understand what was wrong. I ended up calling my doctor and I told him, you know, I'm feeling this really bad pain in my abdomen and I don't know what it is. I was really worried because, you know, I think most of us are all girls, so I'm gonna be very frank with you. I never have anything to hide. I think if I'm gonna be out there and be outspoken, I should be very forward with you guys. So a lot of this is gonna be a little TMI, but I didn't have my menstrual cycle because I had just finished it and I didn't understand why I was feeling this awful abdominal pain. So he told me to just go to the ER because it was obviously something that I would have to probably get like an x-ray or a CAT scan. And I went to the ER. I was in my mind thinking, you know, it can't be a kidney stone. I mean, kidney stones are in the back. That's where I've experienced the pains before. And I've had kidney stones before. So I kept telling the guy something with my abdomen, my lower abdomen. He thought it was appendicitis, but I had my appendix removed already. So I was really worried. I didn't know what it was. Sure enough, they wheel me into the CAT scan room and I have a stone right there in my utera. I don't know how to say it, but anyhow, I had a stone there and that's what the pain was. Apparently I had a kidney stone and it just traveled there. And I was like, God, not again, another stone. You know, I've had these before and they're brutal. The pain is brutal. So I ended up just, you know, as usual for kidney stones, you get, you know, lots of, you know, pain medication and a medicine to try to dissolve it and allow the stone to pass easily. I was home and about maybe the second day, the pain was just so severe, you guys. I was just so nauseous and just wanted to throw up. The pain had me just, you know, it was awful. It was awful. And if you ever had kidney stones before or have given birth, the pain magnitude is just about the same. They're an 11. So I ended up having to go back to the ER and they did another, they just gave me a shot of morphine because they had known that from the CAT scan it was a stone and I hadn't passed it. So the medication they gave me to come home with really wasn't doing anything. I hate Percocets, Vicodins, all that crap. I hate those medicines because, you know, although if you're in a lot of pain, you need it, you have to take it. But the pain was so severe, guys, that it wasn't taking the pain away. So they gave me a shot of morphine, which, oh, I hate so badly. They gave me a shot of morphine, sure enough, the IVs, and after that, I was discharged. I came home, and the pain really never came back as severe. Just drinking a lot of fluids and all this other medicine to help the pain, the stone pass. So it was now Halloween and you know, I was feeling better, not myself, but I was feeling better. That pain wasn't there anymore. I would say from a 10 it was like a 2 or a 3 on days here and there. And I was out, you know, celebrating Halloween with my kids and stuff like that. I never felt like myself. I knew that I still had the stone because I didn't see it pass, but then again I wasn't sure because sometimes it does dissolve into like sand particles, so you really don't see it pass. So I just, you know, went upon my day. I made an appointment with the urologist, and when I went to the urologist, they saw it in the x-ray, and sure enough, that little guy was still in the bladder, and it made all the sense in the world because I felt as if I had like a urinary tract infection, but without that, that burning sensation that you get from peeing. It was just that discomfort. Like I was always uncomfortable, and it would come in like surge, like waves, like every minute and a half, it would just go, come. I would feel the pain, and I knew I wasn't right. I knew I felt like that stone was there. The x-ray showed that it was still there, so I was kind of getting worried because about 3 weeks prior to that, I had made an appointment to go see a doctor about breast augmentation. And I had my appointment, I scheduled it, and I said to myself, how am I gonna get this breast augmentation when I still have this kidney stone? I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put my body through that much stress. So I knew I was going to reschedule the breast augmentation appointment. But I hadn't told the doctor anything yet, the breast augmentation doctor, because I wanted to see if I would pass the stone. So it was getting closer, and sure enough, I still had the stone. I still felt it, and it was Thursday, the day before Veterans Day, because on Veterans Day it was my daughter's birthday, but I went to her school to surprise her the day before because they didn't have any school on her birthday. I went to her school to surprise her for her birthday, and that morning when I woke up, I felt horrible. Like I was so nauseous. I was so sick. And the day after, which was her actual real birthday, was the day of my breast augmentation. And I woke up that morning and I said, I'm so sick. There's no way I can make it to her school. I have to do it. And as I was getting ready, I was like, God, please help me feel better, because I don't want to fail my daughter. I want to go to her school and surprise her. It's her birthday. And I went and I got ready. So I woke up. When I was getting ready, I was feeling horribly nauseous, but I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get ready. I took an anti-nausea medicine that I had already had from the doctors. So I get a call from my breast augmentation doctor. By the way, his name is Dr. Victor Ferrari. He calls me to tell me, hey, your appointment's been moved up from 12 noon to 6 in the morning. So tomorrow, be here at 6 in the morning. I was so sick, I was so nauseous that I couldn't even tell him, doctor, I haven't even passed the stone yet. I think we have to reschedule. I just said, okay. I said, I figured I'll call him later. I'm so sick. And I'm just praying by any chance that maybe I'll pass it even tonight. But right now, at that point, I needed to get better because I needed to go to my daughter's school. I wanted to celebrate her birthday. So at that moment, I'm walking to the bathroom, and you guys, I'm not kidding you, I sit down on the toilet and the stone comes out. I mean, it just came right out. I was like, this is incredible. I had just prayed. I had just said, I have to make it to my daughter's school. I have to feel better. And it literally just came right out. Oh my God. I dove in the toilet, okay, pee and all. I grabbed that stone and I yelled to my dad, oh my God, the stone, I have it. It's been in my body for over 2 weeks. This rock, this little thing right here that you're seeing can do so much destruction and make you feel so bad that you can't even do anything. The pain was so severe and the stone came out. My life changed. I was so happy, and I was just so happy. I remember buying the balloons and just being all giddy about the fact that I had the stone. It passed, and I was going to my daughter's school to celebrate her birthday, and I was getting my breasts done the next day. I felt like it was almost like a gift for myself after everything I had gone through. So I felt really good about it. Her actual birthday was the day that I got my breast augmentation. It was, she turned 10. I'm getting so emotional because I had gone through so much with her just to begin with that I felt like this was a gift for myself. I don't know if you guys know, my daughter is special needs. She has Down syndrome. I'm getting so emotional. She has Down syndrome. So I almost felt like this was something that I wanted to do for myself because, I went through a lot with that damn kidney stone. Let's just say that. But you know, I felt good. I was happy. I have an appointment in 2 weeks to go to my urologist to give him the stone to see if, you know, maybe he knows what is causing me to get this. This is my third one in my life. I got one when I was in my late teens. You guys, that was an awful experience. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna tell you real quick. I was a teenager. I got married to my first love. I was 16 years old, and I mean, I wasn't even driving yet, but I was 17 and I was on a bus, on a public Metro Dade bus, driving, the bus driver was driving to Dadeland. I used to work at Burdines at Dadeland Mall. And like 3 stops before the mall, I got this pain that I said to myself, oh my God, I can't get up. I literally cannot sit up. I can't get up from my chair. What am I gonna do when my bus stop comes? So finally, when my bus stop came, when the bus arrived to the mall, they had to call 911. I could not get off the bus. I was stuck to the chair. The pain was so severe. 911 came, the ambulance came. That was the first time I ever experienced a kidney stone. And the second time, I was actually working in real estate. This was in 98, 99, and I was driving to work and I had to pull over because I said, oh boy, you're coming back. I know exactly what this is. I pulled over into a parking lot. I called my mom. My mom rushed, came to get me. And she drove me to the hospital, and at that point I said to the doctor, remove it, remove it, remove it, remove it. I'm not gonna go through this pain. It's a kidney stone. Sure enough, they did the CAT scan, and the kidney stone, I wasn't even gonna pass that one because that one was like, I think 6.5 centimeters big. And if it's over 5, is it millimeters? 5 millimeters. If it's bigger than 5 millimeters, you have to get it removed surgically, and that one was huge, and it was embedded in my kidney. So they actually took it out and they showed me a chunk of my kidney. I know I'm being very graphic, but hey, why not, right? They showed me a chunk of my kidney was stuck on this stone. So that was in 98, 99, and now fast forward 2017. Here's the other one. This one's exactly 5 centimeters because they told me that I would be able to pass it. So I passed it. I'm so excited. I am actually going to take it to see exactly why my body develops this. There is really, the doctor said that sometimes there is no known reason. Somebody's, you know, your body's just produce them. There's nothing you're doing wrong. There's nothing you're doing, you know, to cause this. You know, it can run in the family. My mom had it once, but you know, other than that, I've never heard of anybody in my family suffering from kidney stones. Although I do hear it's common. I've heard people do get them, men too especially. And they say it's a lot more painful for men, but I just think because they can't bear with pain like we women can. And I am gonna take this little guy, get it analyzed, and I will let you guys know what is this ugly looking thing. I will also maybe mention it in another story, in another video, or maybe, you know, stick around to my Insta story. Maybe I'll just go in my Insta story and tell you guys, you know, hey, I came back from the doctor, I found out what it is. But I ended up going the next morning to go get my breast augmentation, and I was very happy. You know, even though I started getting very worried, I hope you guys don't hear the what do you call that? The vacuum. The vacuum is running downstairs. But I'm gonna speak a little louder. So I went the next day to get my breast augmentation, and I just was feeling great because the kidney stone was gone and I was ready to get my breast done. I never really complained about my breasts until recently. I've always had pretty decent sized breasts. I've never hated my breasts or anything like that, but honestly guys, after 2 kids, I started noticing the difference, and I started then, you know, wearing the push-up bras, which I am not a fan of padded bras whatsoever. I probably have only owned 2 in my life, and I started wearing them and I hate them. After working out for this year, I've been working out hardcore for a good year after I had my son, and that's when I noticed that my breasts were just losing volume. The volume was just going down, and I decided to go get a breast augmentation consultation. And you know, I didn't want to get a lift, I didn't want to get the nipples removed, I didn't want to do a lot to my boobs. I just wanted them to have volume, and the doctor agreed. He said, you know what, with just an implant you're gonna see such a difference, and you're gonna love it even more than your old breast from back when you were 20 years old. And I can't even tell you, this was the best thing I've ever done for myself. I feel and look so great. And as far as the pain goes, everybody describes it so differently. The nurse had mentioned that I was gonna feel like pressure on my chest, but I didn't feel any pressure whatsoever. I really didn't, and that was probably because the anesthesia was still there. The only thing I felt when I was wheeled into the recovery room was I was sore right around my arms on both sides and my wrist. And I was like, what? Why am I so sore? I feel like I just, you know, did a million push-ups. I'm so sore. And I found out it's because when you're laying down on the table, you're like in the Jesus position, and my arms were out like that. And I was like, oh my God, it's so sore. And that's the only uncomfort that I had. But once the anesthesia wore off, you guys, seriously, I felt great. I didn't have any pressure on my chest. I had no pain whatsoever. Just the stitches on the bottom were a little bit, like a little discomfort, but overall just a lot of itching. I've been like itching like crazy. That's the only thing, and I think it's because of the solution that they put on you when you're doing the surgery. If you leave it on too long, it makes your body itch. And the doctor had told me that, you know, when I go home I can bathe the solution off, and I was out of it, so I didn't hear him. And I had cotton pads, and I didn't want to wet the cotton pads, so I didn't want to bathe. You know, I took baths, and I was using like a washcloth. I was like trying to avoid this area because I didn't want to get the stitches wet. Sure enough, when I went 2 days later, he's like, did you wash off the solution? I'm like, what solution? I'm like, I'm itching like crazy. He's like, that's why. You have the solution. You're supposed to wash it off. So I thought that was pretty funny. But as far as discomfort, just a little discomfort, I haven't had to take not a single pain medicine for anything. I've been sleeping great. I feel great. And overall, I am just so happy I did this. I did not go under the muscle. If you're somebody who likes to work out a lot, they don't recommend that you go under the muscle, because what happens is when you work out, that muscle shifts and the implant will shift around a lot. As easy as lifting you know, grocery bags, you're gonna see the implants shift, so they look more artificial, I guess, as opposed to going over the muscle. And I did go over the muscle, and that's another reason why I didn't have so much pain, because they didn't have to cut through my muscle. So I went over the muscle, and they look so natural. I was like, they're so voluminous and full, you know. I love how natural they look. But you know, obviously right now they're very high up because they're new and they're still swollen, but eventually they're gonna go down a little bit more, and they'll even look more natural. But overall, I recommend this doctor because he was so thorough and so amazing. I mean, I can't tell you guys enough. I never really experienced such a connection with a doctor before like I did with Dr. Victor Ferrari. Like, he really listened to what I wanted, and he even told me, you know, what he thought would be good and best for me. You know, I'm short, I'm not tall, I don't want huge boobs that are gonna be, you know, bigger than my body. You know, I don't want my boobs to be the first thing that walks in through the door, you know. And I don't want to look like a football player. I want to look, you know, still petite but with nice full breast, and that's exactly what he gave me. I mean, to the T. Everybody's breast is different in size. No two breasts are alike, so he was able to do the implant different sizes so that they are the same size. So your own natural breast, you know, one is always bigger than the other because you always have that dominant side, so he was able to make them both the same size, which I really love. But other than that, I'm gonna link all his information down below. He is incredible, you guys. If you're ever in the Charlotte area and you're looking for a good doctor, his name is Dr. Victor Ferrari. He wrote a book and I read it the whole time I was sick in bed. And he has a website. I'm gonna link everything down below if you guys want to do a little bit of research on him. And let me know if you guys have ever experienced a kidney stone and what was your experience. Let me know down below. And also, have you guys ever done breast augmentation? And if you did, is there something you regretted now, or are you happy with the work that was done? Let me know also down below. And one more thing I want to tell you, if you guys like this makeup look, I did film it, and that's going to be in my next video. So I'm back. I will be filming more tutorials for you guys, and let me know what you guys think of videos like this. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching.